Good evening, everybody. For the past times in my life, I found it very important to compare yourself only with yourself from the past. So, why is that, you may ask? And I will tell you a story. At the school, when you're starting with your friends, when you're starting off from the very, very beginning, and you're slowly catching up, you're basically seeing your strength, and you're basically starting with the same people. You're always comparing yourself to the same people, and at that picture, judging by that picture, you're just basically good, yes? Because you can change some variables and become better. And so, yes. But when the environment changes so rapidly and you go into university, for example, as I did, you begin to notice that some things you suck at some things. Some things are not as they were before. So to put it shortly, I went into university. I'm right now studied at HGH, Warsaw School of Economics, or Szkoła Główna Handlowa, you name it. And I won't say it's bad university, it's good university. And when you come into it, you begin to notice that there are so many of smart people there. And at some point you begin to compare yourself to others and see that, wow, I like this subject. At this sphere I suck. Here I cannot do and perform as others do. As everybody has heard, comparison is a thief of joy. And it is very common thing to hear on social media, etc. But if you really think of it, comparison begins at that moment when you notice your weaknesses. But your strength still seem unknown for you. So to put it simple, you begin to compare yourself with people that are better from you at something, but you still don't notice other things that you are better than them at. For example, I would say mathematics. I wasn't always a good student in maths. I'm just humanitarian. I'm good at different things. Literature, reading books, languages, speaking, soft skills. Yes, as I always say it. And when I came into uni, at the first lecture, I sat and I understand nothing. Like nothing at all. That was harsh because some people sat and they're like, wow, I had it before. Like it's nothing for me. It's easy. And at that moment you begin to compare yourself with others, only judging by one thing. Only judging by the thing that you are bad at. That's the problem, and that's the devil of comparison. Because you don't compare yourself with people, and you don't compare yourself with people that you are good at. You don't see that at that moment. You only notice bad traits of yours. And unfortunately, every person has them. So, may I say that comparison, you have to acknowledge this. You have to acknowledge that comparison exists. You have to understand how that works. And you have to basically always take that under your hand. Take care of it. So, what I would say about comparison, it's also that if you really want to compare yourself with somebody or something, you better compare yourself with yourself from the past. Because that's the only person in this world that you have all the capabilities, all the strength, all the emotions, curiousness and stuff to overcome. That's the only person that you want to overcome in your life, and that's basically it. Because if you see simply at life, it's the path of growing. Yes, you are born, you go into school, you go into university, you study, you work, you study, you get some experiences, knowledges, etc., etc. And at the same time, you have to begin to understand that if this is a path of improving, that you have to always improve. And so by comparing yourself to the past yourself, you can easily see the changes of your improvement. So the easiest thing and the most rational thing for you to do is just to compare yourself with yourself from the past. For example, at school you didn't want to study, you had no courage. 2 years ago, for example, you didn't read books, you didn't want to improve. And right now you did some changes. You got to the gym, you read some books, you became more literary, acknowledged. You are more smart, so to say. And if you look back at yourself 2 years ago, then it surely seems vivid. But if you look at the people who can be at such a different stage in life, such a different environment at life compared to yours, and maybe they are better than you right now, okay, but that means nothing. Because you compared yourself to others, and that is a mistake. Everybody is different, and so are you and me and everybody. So you better look at yourself from the past, see that you're changing, and acknowledge that you are on the right road in your life. That's it for today. Thanks so much for viewing this video. I may be trying to do something interesting on this channel in future years. I'm really curious about YouTube. I like filming, I like speaking, I love sharing my ideas. I love really you guys. Even if you watch me, even there is 30, 50 views, please. I'm doing it for you. Thanks.